similar to what I was talking about earlier. I want to use the ASEC, this annual study, and I know that a couple things that I'm interested in stuff that's in the core, because I'm interested in education. I'm also interested in demographics. And then I'm interested in this question of the basic stuff to do with poverty. So when we're thinking about this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, I'm going to go person, core, demographics. I'll click on that. And then I know I'm going to want all of these variables, so it's much easier for me to just say, click on this big plus over here, tick all of them, and note it says here that I can't get this variable for every single study. That's fine, I'm not too worried about that. Age of first marriage, quarter of marriage, and quarter of birth. I don't really worry too much about that. Okay, so notice then, having ticked all of those, I now have 11 variables in my sample. Now with person, I'm going to go core again. I want education, I click on education. Once more, just to make my life easier, I'm just going to click on all of the potential variables here that I'm interested in. And then finally, again going on person, I'm going to go to the annual social and economic supplement, and the thing that I want to understand is poverty. Now, because there are a variety of different indicators here, once more, I'm going to click on this plus sign, and I'm going to select all of those variables there. Now, what I can do here is I can now click on the samples that I want, and I'm interested in, notice here what I've done here is like this automatically defaults to about a decade's worth of data. I don't want that many years of worth of data. I'm just going to say I want 2015, 16, and 17. Okay. Now the other thing is that I just want the annual data. I don't want the monthly data. So notice here I can get monthly data if I want it. I don't actually want that data. So I'm going to say no, I don't want that data. I just want the ASEC data, this annual sample data. And I'm going to submit those sample selections. Okay. Now, at this point, I can basically click on my view cart, which I'm doing here, and then I could create the data extract. Now, I've already created this data extract just to make sure I could do that before doing this with you as an exercise. And so I'm going to click on my data. Now notice here I've got a couple different things that I've asked for, things in the past that I've done, and here I can just click on, I've already been, process my application, I can download the CSV. So depending on what system you're in, either it'll create a CSV file for you or comma separated value file, like we've used previously in Stata, or it will create a .dat file, which is a database file, and it would then provide command files for you in either Stata, SPS, or SAS, depending on what you're using. I here would just currently get the CSV, and then I would import that into Stata. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second, just to make sure you can see that importing the CSV into Stata gets me the kind of thing that I want to see.